That cool reminiscer. Things I used to do, still do. I don't mess up, 'cause I'm still talented. That cool reminiscer. Things I used to do, still do. I don't mess up, 'cause I'm still talented. That cool reminiscer. Things I used to do, still do. I don't mess up, 'cause I'm still talented. That cool reminiscer. Things I used to do, still do. I don't mess up, 'cause I'm still talented. That cool reminiscer. Things I used to do, still do. I don't mess up, 'cause I'm still talented. That cool reminiscer. Things I used to do, still do. I don't mess up, 'cause I'm still talented. That cool reminiscer. Things I used to do, still do. I don't mess up, 'cause I'm still talented.
Only 10 I'm iced up, just that we in the flame, the best. Later, just like you got, that beautiful shit. 15 on the first time, they got the same. Found a way to the paper, it was okay. So my fight to see my pain, cause it's time for a stain. I let it do that, it all goes too fast, but it's just crazy. When you gambling with your life, you like to get to the chain. Don't focus on my mind and my vision, don't listen to plan. The team will never win unless the vision is same. I seen a bad little game, I said, okay. I holler back on top, like it's space. I got your confirmation, when that smile on your face. Deja vu, I'll never miss a day. So this is the same, I seen my life. Alright, if only you knew what I can do in this life. My life. Alright, if only you knew what I can do in this life.
Took the pains of my solitude. Don't mean to have that mood to be rude. My cameo coming up in the next episode, but no promise if I'm a recurring role. Come as I go, can't be mad at the nomadic. Ain't giving up that no status, falling out of my panic. I'm in good taste from my padded advantage. Kicking it from a Kings and Queens, sipping from a chalice. No mind the Rufio when you kiss the veins. Sell it like my pistols in a drug testing. And I smoke and I curse like I travel the steps from me. Why you ain't sexual? Probably carrying STD. Put it in that's in the bulls and knock your mohawk. Can't argue with crazy, though we have it goes on. Too fly, and I always go with a buckhead. Plotting an invasion, surveying the homestead. Take you on a natural high, hang fire. If you feelin' the vibe, hang 10. If you feel it within, do what it do, ain't afraid it's your band. Take you on the natural high, hang fire. If you feelin' the vibe, hang 10. If you feel it within, do what it do, ain't afraid it's your win. Cold and calculated, excellent with execution. Sharp, is like you blowing their parade. Hard as I'm kept frozen, posing for the cameras. Let me shed some light with the right temperature. And I'm sticking that like them scavengers. Feeling no limit when my stamina. Wait, man, it's too complacent. Hit no evil, see no equivalent, don't say shit. Running through full of the heights of the century. Giving back to community, sitting for the enemy. Robin Hood, more like my bro, yo. Cutting them phone rolls when I'm in the studio. Shake the snake with the tongue slick. On like a python with the anaconda vice grip. Take you on a natural high, so hang five. If you feeling the vibe, and hang 10. If you feel it within, do what it do, ain't afraid that she can. Take you on the natural high, so hang five. If you feeling the vibe, and hang 10. Feel it within, do what it do, ain't afraid that she can. Swim, bitch. Good thing you recite. Stop with the self-righteous, get too fire, straight high. Practice what you preach and pride. I don't wanna snap your neck when I'm moving high. Not about violence, but ain't the one to be tried to work. When I'm lit like a fuse, like explosive. But for the most part, I'm taking everything to heart. Fed shit like a mushroom left in the dark. Stressed out and left out. No FOMO, but I feel I dodged a bullet, so that's just my way to let go. Blue or red pill, I'm choosing a purple drink. It helps me to sleep or when I get sick. And FOMO well-being, I'm seeing through facades. Shout out to all the homies who be putting me on their own platforms, cause we on the same plateau. Different minds that think alike with similar type of goals. Take you on a natural high, so hang five. If you feeling the vibe, and hang 10. If you feel it within, do what it do, ain't afraid to chagrin. Take you on the natural high, so hang five. If you feeling the vibe, and hang 10. If you feel it within, do what it do, ain't afraid to chagrin.
Give you everything, man. Would do anything for you. Now I'm gonna give it up, yeah. Give you everything, man. Would do anything for you. Now I'm gonna give it up, yeah.
What's the feeling? It's euphoria. It's the type of love that directors make a story of. It's the type that makes you get a ring, have a wedding on the beach with your friends and a honeymoon in Kokomo. Man, she had my heart like an open door, overload. Fiend for her love like a drug and an overdose. Ignored the red flags and Crips round some Sue Woos. Now I'm the fool, the one left jumping through hoops.
Baby, I go on my way to do things for you. So crazy, talking every spin rings for you. For the first time, I know what it feels to share my love. But what good is that if getting hurt is all it does? Cause now I feel give me everything that you would do anything for. And now I'm gonna give it all. Give you everything that you would do anything for. And now I'm gonna give it all. Things that we used to take on away, future we supposed to have thrown away, ignoring all the signs that came along the way. So now we can't even get along with them. Things went bad, where to go? Time went bad, where to go? Trying to show you that days before you would only give it all.
You started off so strong, I thought I met the woman for me. So I came on correcting any other one before me. I was looking past your scars, I was looking at your heart. You were looking out for you, I was looking out for ours. You say you ride or die, I think you like the sound of it. When the times are tough, you ain't the type to stick around for it. I ain't gonna be the one that's hounding it, I'm grounding it. Even though it's hard to take the steps to turn around from it. I ain't for the meddling or settling, especially when I can have it better with Loretta, Kim, and Evelyn. You can call it petty, but I revel it. Cause I I was taking chances that had me completely out of my element. You ain't even deserve it, I gave it still. I done picked the groceries, made the meal, and paid the bill. And you ain't even had the decency to even clean the dishes. I'm finally checking juices to this bitch, man. I swear she had me.
Give you everything that you would do anything for. Now I'm gonna give it all. I gave you everything, would do anything for. Now I'm gonna give it up. Oh, baby, not the type of person that you claim to be. So crazy, type of bitch I'd be ashamed to be. Fooled me twice, so now shame on me. Now shame on me. Crazy thing, don't want the years explained to me, cause all I'll be is gave you everything that would do anything for. Now I'm gonna give it all. Oh yeah, give you everything that would do anything for. Now I'm gonna give it all. Yeah. Things that we used to think gone away. Future we supposed to have thrown away. Ignoring all the signs that came along the way. So now we can't even get along today. When things went bad, where to go? When times went bad, where to go? Try to show you life, did before. But you getting my feelings, future, I ignore it until now. When time try to show you life, but you giving up.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, y'all.
What's up?
Reflective intelligence. You know what's
What?
kind of funny? Right now I'm hearing background, but Roselle has to change that. I hear you.
Roselle, do you hear me?
I hear you. Hold on for a second, though. Something is weird. Hold on for a second. There we go. Now we are on. I
I
was
thought you
having a
were
delay.
okay. I thought you were on it. I thought you were on a different show for a minute.
Oh, no, it's the same show. I was just it had a delay.
Oh, okay.
It had a delay. But we are on, y'all. Anna's Global History Radio.
What's
I just
up?
had to get it right, get it tuned in, and I don't know why it
Sure.
was delaying, but it was a delay.
Sure.
So we are
Yeah.
so we're good.
Yeah. How's it going?
Good.
Now I can see who I'm talking to. Yeah. 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 What a week, man. Shh.
A very surprising week.
Yeah. 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 I mean, it has just been crazy, Energy is just way too high.
Yep. It's all over the place.
Yeah, yeah. I was supposed to go someplace last Friday night, and I don't know. I haven't been feeling that great, so I stayed home. But part of me was like, I was just worried about drama. I feel like there's so much drama everywhere. But
Yeah, drama's crazy. Drama, I don't know what. Trust me. Woo, I feel you on that one.
Charlie Kirk,
Yes, Charlie Kirk. What's your feelings on Charlie Kirk?
rest in peace.
Yeah.
See, I liked Charlie. I mean, I have not been aware of him for very long, and you can guess I became aware of him because of working on single-sex rights,
Right.
which for continued dumbass reasons, the conservatives are doing something about, and the Democrats are not. So. I learned who he was through there and through that, and then I started listening to his videos and watching his videos because I'm always interested in learning that from people that speak well and debate well. So I really enjoyed watching his videos. I mean, I thought I thought he was great in a lot of respects. And I had to obviously, I mean, most of the videos are from his company, so of course they were going to make him look good. Um, but yeah, what did you think?
Oh, I don't think he deserved to die. I'm not gonna say he deserved to die, but I just kind of feel you when you talk a certain talk. That's what anybody. I mean, and we know how the United States works, America works, man. You get up into certain different situations and talk about certain things. I think things always tend to happen.
But the stuff he was talking about was ma I mean, his speech wasn't violent. I mean, of course, I mean, there were so many clips of him that were inaccurate. I mean, if it was more what people were saying, just driving this rhetoric that, I mean, I'd see interviews with his debates where people would come up and be like, well, you're hateful, you're racist. And he'll be like, what did I say that's hateful or racist? And they wouldn't have anything to say. So, like, yeah, and I know the quote, I know some of I mean, I know the really widely publicized quotes that he made and that were like anything. I mean, they weren't as bad when you actually looked at them in the context of what he was saying. Um, but, I mean, he was expressing, a lot of what he was expressing was just conservative world views, nothing that radical. I mean, it's simply so, um, it's noticeable. What I've come up with when looking at violence from the left and violence from the right
But
is,
wait, I do have one question before you continue.
yeah,
Was he actually killed by someone from the left?
yes,
Because I kind of heard the guy was a conservative. His
no.
family was conservative too. That's what
He
I
was
read.
raised in a conservative family. And okay, now I just want to say that when it comes down to killers, I think killers kill because they're killers. So I don't think that you should. I don't like. I mean, it's too much. But yeah, he was living with a transgender individual, and
Okay.
yeah, and so he said that the killer said that Charlie hated transgender people. So yes, he was. That's Jimmy Kimmel got suspended for saying well, for a couple reasons, but one of them was for saying that Charlie was killed by a right-wing person. That's one of the justifications for suspending him, is that he said that and that wasn't true. So anyway, okay, so that was your question about who killed him?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't sure about that. I thought he was a kind of more on a conservative side, the killer.
No. Mm-mm. I mean,
Okay.
and, um, so, unfortunately, that just gives more people more reason to get upset. But I mean, I think that we have such a hysterical culture that the left was going to be riled up because no matter what happened, and because that's just something they do now. See, one of the things that I've heard some conservative leaders say is that um, if Charlie had been like a left-wing hero that was assassinated, people would be out rioting.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What do you think?
Say it again.
Somebody said that if AOC, that if a left-wing leader got assassinated, that people would be out rioting, that the left would be out rioting.
I don't know. They weren't out rioting on January 6th when people almost got killed.
I
I
know,
don't
I know, I
know.
know. What did
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it would be that big of a deal like that. I think everybody's trying to turn it like that, but I don't think it would have been completely like that. No.
That's just a comment I heard from one person. But anyway, but what I was saying, because again, I know you bring, I think that right-wing violence is episodic. I think you're looking at January 6th and
Didn't one of those? Didn't someone from the right wing try to kill Pelosi's husband or something like that, or somebody's husband? Trying
he,
to think, somebody's husband almost got
yeah,
killed with a hammer, and that dude was supposed to be right wing too.
I don't remember if he was
But
right-wing.
he never had a chance to do it. But he tried to bludgeon her husband or somebody's husband with
Yeah, it was horrible.
a hammer. So I
And
kind of think I don't think it's the violence. I
well,
think both sides have a little violence that go on. It's just a matter of
but
how people
when
look at it.
it's the left that's doing the demonstrations on college campuses and that are like the
The right wing has done that too on college. It may not have gotten big, but I
well,
mean,
I mean, I'm talking about it's the left wing that is that like barricaded Riley Gaines. I mean, all of the women, gender critical women get attacked. There's like the gender critical women, there's like huge gatherings, people trying to shut them down around libraries. There's more just the vandalism. The college campuses that have gone to hell, the pro-Palestinian mobs on campus. What I'm saying is that violence from the left is more continuous but not as ramped up as violence from the right. So I think that's why if you're looking at day-to-day stuff, it's easy to think, and I do think that the left is acting worse because it's ongoing and it's more constant and it's happening in more places. And um, not enough. And after the Kirk assassination, I wrote to my brother saying, I just want you to and the I was looking at some of the latest rioters and demonstrators. I'm starting to think all the way back to like 2020 or even earlier when the kids were getting out of school to protest and going down and demonstrating about immigration, and a lot of leftists were proud of their kids, and I would not have felt that way. I think that you should or I felt that with a lot of the stuff that was happening on campuses, on the leftist campuses of conservative speakers get attacked when they go to leftist campuses. Part of it for me is just when you had like these really young people, and for some reason their parents are like, "Good job, Aiden," or whatever. So, okay, what were you gonna? So that's the that's my little latest theory. Because I mean, there's like fuck Charlie Kirk graffiti going up. I mean, a lot of the vigils people have attempted to disrupt them. It's just fucked up.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of think both sides are kind of messed up. I think it's kind of like one of them situations where both sides do it. They both agitate, and I don't know where it can be stopped. But I think both sides do it. It's just a matter of how you look at it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's I think that like I think I mean the episodic, like I think one of the reasons that a lot it can be hard for people to understand anti-Semitism is because a lot of the things that happen against Jews are episodic, are like the Holocaust, October 7th. It'll be these mass casualty events which traumatize people, and they are living with that their entire lives. But then you have people, and so, there's Jews that get really upset in the United States because they feel like, see, this is what's fucking stupid to me. People are like, oh, we're being included, because people feel like there's no Jews in DEI trainings and all that, um, and how come people aren't talking and people get mad like blah blah blah, but we're Jewish, we shouldn't be lumped into these with these white people. And so I think, but to a lot of people, when they look at the everyday reality, Jews don't seem that discriminated against to the average person. So I just think that's one of the things that makes it really difficult to communicate. The Jews have a heritage and experience of violence and discrimination and trauma, but it just doesn't, it's not apparent to people a lot of the time. So I think that's one of the reasons why there's such problems trying to communicate about it. And I mean, but you need to talk, you need to communicate, because what's happened with anti-Semitism on campuses is that students have gone to try and get help and weren't treated well, and their experience was denied. Their experience of anti-Semitism was denied by the people at their campus who are supposed to be doing something about racism, the people whose job it is. And so then you have people that did not recognize anti-Semitism and were not doing anything to help those kids out. So that's when you need, just the real problem is not having a conversation. And so, because yeah, and so when you're looking at kids that are experiencing anti-Semitism on their campus and are upset and scared, that have parents and grandparents that have also been traumatized, so they have not grown up. They've grown up with the consciousness of anti-Semitism, because that's just the reality. So for people. So I mean, I just think it's similar so far as people acting up, and that I just feel like Cory Booker was going off in the Senate earlier this week, and I just thinking like, fuck you. I mean, that's just why I'm so disgusted with the left at the moment, because I just don't think that that's doing anything constructive.
My theory on all this, and is that the reason why I think this is all getting to a head and getting too big is I think a lot of people are talking on who's doing what and who's doing who instead of figuring out the problem itself.
Well,
And I
yeah,
think that's the problem. We can keep going
that's-
back and forth about what this guy's doing and what that guy's doing, but until people figure out how to stop the problem, I mean, to me, this is just an everyday. We're talking this person did it, and I see it like this: no matter what somebody does, the other person's gonna blame the other person anyway.
well, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and
Even
they're
with
just
all these situations, it's like, okay, the kid was conservative. Of course, they're gonna say he's not conservative, and it's just gonna keep going back and forth. And I mean, we all don't know this kid personally. I don't know him. So I don't know what the truth really is. And, I know how both sides are. Both sides is going to say it's the other person anyway. That's a conservative. Oh, no, it's a liberal. It's a
Well, they've had,
conservative.
well, they know now because they have some of his
Well,
correspondence
I mean,
in his life.
you could read
They do
different stuff
know
and
now.
they say different things, but either way it goes, to me it comes down who you really lean with. There's no real there's no real justification to it. I've never
Well,
talked to
no,
the kid.
no,
I
at
don't know
all.
the kid. I never talked to him. And of course, I know how Trump is. Trump would say it's liberal no matter what. I know how Trump talks when he's on TV. He doesn't like people who are Democrats, so it
Yeah,
doesn't
but
matter in my
you can't
period.
listen to him. You got to listen to like
I know, but
I
I'm
mean,
just saying how it comes off, and a lot of people see it that way. So when stuff comes off as a person is just against something, they always think they're against them. Even if they're right or wrong, they're always against it. It's going to happen. They need to just come together and figure out a way to solve the problem, period.
well, yeah,
If they do that, they be good. Until then, it's just going to be back and forth.
and what's unfortunate is that, I mean, Charlie Kirk's whole fucking platform was talking to people he disagreed with. And that's why, I mean, so few people will do that. Hardly anybody will do that. And so that's just I mean, I think it's real, it's sad.
And I get that, but see, the problem is even with the liberals, like who's the guy you always show me, the one that always who's like Charlie Kirk but the liberal version, the one you always post to me.
The Muslim guy,
Yeah,
he's quite, yeah, yeah, yeah.
so he's the liberal version of Charlie Kirk.
Oh, he'd hate that, but
I mean,
yeah,
I mean, I'm not
yeah.
saying like,
Well, yeah, I
but I'm
mean,
saying typically they're the same types. They both debate for their
yeah,
sides. They
I would
both
have
debate.
loved to. Oh man, yeah, I mean,
I don't
Mehdi
know, but see,
Hasan.
this is the thing I always say is they debate, and it's good that you're talking to someone to try. It almost more seems like more the debates is trying to talk to someone to prove them wrong than to solve the problem. I don't feel like
Well,
those debates really solve the problem.
but I mean, I would have loved to have seen them debate, too. But what Charlie Kirk did was, I mean, it wasn't so much debates; it was conversation. I mean, you know,
He did the same.
he
They
did
both they're
with,
kind
I
of the
mean,
same. I
yeah,
get
but no, they're not.
conversation, but
They're not. They're not. I mean, because and
I don't
also,
know about that one. I
I
think they're the
mean,
same.
it's only the more soundbitey ones that get posted anyway. A lot of what he did was conversation with people.
I think they both did conversation. It's just a
No,
matter of how you take it.
Mehdi doesn't. I mean, Mehdi is a journalist. No fucking way is he gonna be going out speaking with college students and all
But I
that.
mean, if you're really speaking with college students, just because you're out there, I mean, I still think he was debating. It still doesn't seem really like it's just a casual conversation, more of
A lot
I'm
of them, I've
debating.
watched a lot of his videos, and many of them are conversations, and just they are, and that you get again. I mean, there's thousands of people that he spoke to. I mean,
Yeah, but
those clips didn't get posted.
I don't know if it's straight. I just can't say that that's straight conversation just because you go on and it's kind of like I get it. He's talking to people, but I don't know. To me, it always seems like it's a debate, and he's never really shown these conversations like that. They always really come out as debate to me.
Well, I know. I
He'll
mean,
ask them a question, they'll answer the question. He'll debate why their question might be wrong. They'll try to debate why he's wrong, and it just really comes. That's what it comes down to. And
yeah.
to me, that's debating no matter where you go. I mean, okay, maybe he's out a little more than the other guy was, but it's
It's
still the same.
they are completely. I mean, it's a completely different thing. I mean, Charlie's thing was to go out to talk to, more of the ones that they posted would have been the debate ones, but there were sections for people that disagreed and people that agreed, and I mean, there's plenty of them and so, I mean, that's what he did for years and for hours. I mean, Mehdi's things are debates. I mean, his things are with other, I mean, maybe not I mean, he's a journalist. So it's just really different. I mean, he's not, I mean, and Charlie Kirk, I mean, was coming from it was a sort of evangelism for him, and it's not for Mehdi at all. I would have loved to have seen those two debate. Oh my God. But I mean, Charlie Kirk made some anti-Muslim statements, and so yeah, that would not have been very pretty. But I mean, what's interesting is to see the effect on I mean, again, I mean, I've only learned who the guy was this year, but apparent like I was reading that just about the entire country under age 25 knows who he is. Was. I mean, just the numbers. I mean, that like, there was like, it was at a, I mean, the funeral was at a stadium that holds 65,000 people, and there were just huge gatherings all over the country. And I mean, it's worldwide too. So that's what I've just found really interesting is that people are mad at me. My brother's like, that's sacrilege. I said like, well, I know this would be sacrilege, but for some people from this generation, it'll be like their Kennedy assassination. He's like, yeah, that's sacrilege. And I said, well, what about Huey Long, Huey Long was a populist leader from Louisiana that no, wait, Mississippi, and that was governor and senator and was kind of nuts and was assassinated. So I was like, fine, everybody. I mean, and back then, I mean, there wasn't the same kind of nobody was as exposed than with the lack of media and all that. But he had these manifestos and stuff he would write, and there were people that really thought that he was going to be the new thing. And so, I mean, Charlie Kirk was so fucking young. I mean, once I watched some of his stuff, I was like, yeah, I really could have seen him running for president or something. Um, but yeah, then I was visiting a friend last week, and he had a text message coming in saying that from some other community leader saying, oh, we all need to be careful, they might be after us. And I was thinking like, oh God, way to make it all about you. But they say that what movements need more than anything is a martyr.
Okay.
I was reading about actually it had the book on hold even before he was killed about the found what the fuck I mean what the fucking right what the Republicans did. I mean, and Charlie Kirk started his organization in 2012, 18, and Republicans started he identified communities that weren't interested in the Republican parties, and the Republicans had this image of being sort of like old, boring old fuddy-duddies. And so he started doing these campus events, and there were conservative, leaders and movers and shakers that noticed what was going on and started giving him money. So he would put these events on at colleges with, I mean, there'd be like high production values and food and lots of giveaways and stuff, just bringing in young people. And I just feel like when I look at where the movements are now, it's like, I mean, Trump had the biggest uptick in youth votes that was his voter base that rose the highest between 2016 and 2024. And it's because of Kirk and other people like that. And I just feel like the kids made their choices, I mean, they weren't like blindfolded or something, I mean, some of these people invested, basically, the Republicans have invested in youth. I mean, they got their voters for that. I don't know. I'll be surprised if we ever have another Democratic president. But that's what they fucking did, I mean, I mean, some of the stuff was so fucking stupid. I mean, people were posting Charlie Kirk. So, well, Charlie Kirk was so terrible. He said that women should get married and have babies. So, I mean, if you think that's so dangerous, then you really think that women are pretty stupid and incapable, whatever. Like, so what if he says that to college, they're not gonna they're not gonna do that just because he says so. I mean, come on, women are not that helpless. So, um, yeah, I mean, because our college campuses became so liberal, conservative students with conservative views felt kind of left out. So they pumped all this money into organizations like Kirk's organization and other ones to go through these big events on campuses to be like, hey, we're your friends. Other people think like you too. So, and when you do that, I mean, that's certainly a mechanism that people with any brains do to bring in like, yeah, you put out, like, yeah, they're going to show up for the free food, but they can make up their mind whether to stay or go. They have that choice, and apparently a lot of them stuck around because they liked what they had to say.
So I have a question for you.
Hmm.
So would you consider yourself now a Republican?
No, of course not.
No? Okay.
I mean,
Just curious.
mm-mm. I mean, I don't, um, I mean, I think most people feel this way that they wouldn't really, um, I mean, I don't consider myself a Democrat either. I mean, I've generally voted for the Democrats because they've seemed most of the time like a better option, but it's not a way I would describe myself.
Hmm.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm in the middle.
Well, yeah, good.
I'm kind of, like I said, it depends on what it's about. Like, I believe we should be able to carry guns. That's one of my thing. I believe that should be something,
Yeah.
as long as it's right. I'm totally against the whole transgender playing sports with women. I don't like that at
Yeah, me
all.
too.
I
Yeah.
told you that. So
Yeah.
it just depends on what it's for.
Well, yeah, and um, it kind of makes, as we learn how out of it Biden was, it makes even more sense that that his administration pushed that stuff so hard. I mean, it was like, I don't even think it was him. I think it was like the people that were running his office. I'd be like, why the fuck? So, but yeah, they lost a lot of people with that, and and um like I was writing to my brother just about how big this issue is. And I was like, remember, my niece, I was like, yeah, remember when Madeline played soccer and, all the good experiences that kids have from that girls have for being on a team with other girls, and that's just so huge that if you, I mean, elite athletes doesn't really affect many people, but that's just so much part of an experience. So yeah, I mean, um, yeah, I'm against that. And I think that Gavin made I don't know if he can do this. I mean, he issued like a law directive or something that for ICE not to mask their faces. I don't know if that'll
I think
do.
that's fair.
Well, yeah, I don't know if he can get away with it, but
Yeah, well, I think that's fair.
yeah, 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 I understand. Yeah, I mean it's,
Can't be
but
having people all masked up, just snatching people up either. You know what
well,
that can
yeah.
turn into.
I mean, that is a better way to deal with it than shrieking like ICE is terrible. And see, that's the problem that I have. It's like you can't, um, yeah, they should be doing things like that. They should be doing things to try and make this safer, to try and make it more humane, or just, get like you don't like, okay, if you don't have suspicion, why can't you just go arrest somebody? I mean, why can't you just go apprehend someone and, get backup? Because most of these people are not, you know, of course, some of them are running, but most of them are, you know, since most of them are just minding their own business in the first place. Um, yeah, that's just what's so horrible to look at. I mean, um, yeah, but and it's just so hard to find out. Um, okay, here's some ICE news. I got it for 2 weeks ago because again, I mean, it's just so hard to find out what's going on. So, oh, okay, like they fucking detained a bunch of South Korean citizens
Mm.
that was crazy. And but their president negotiated for them to come home. So, okay, so the agency tracks. So here's some information on ICE. Every time officers use force, as well as anytime someone attacked its officers. According to the agency's data from January 21st through August 5th, there were 121 reported assaults of ICE officers compared with 11 during the same period last year. Well, of course. Pentagon, oh man, Pentagon is asking civilian employees to join ICE. So that would mean like desk jobs, I think. And
And see, that's definitely a reason why they need to not wear. That's why they need to stop the mask thing. Because I'm trying to tell you, boy, that's gonna turn crazy.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay, ICE currently has about 6,500 deportation officers, and it is aggressively looking to beef up those numbers. Acting Director Todd Lyon says he wants to hire another 10,000 by year's end. The agency has launched a new recruiting website offering hiring bonuses as high as $50,000 and is advertising at career expos. Lyon says the agency has already received 121,000 applications. Yeah, $50,000 bonus.
Yeah, they're gonna get some people.
Well, they will. They will. And, that's sure as hell how to make ICE more you do that, and then pretty soon, you're going to have more and more people with family members working for ICE who are, you know, going to be less resentful or whatever, less critical. But yeah, but their numbers are, but I mean, they are, then there was this, like there was there was a group of Guatemalan children that were supposed to be sent home. They were unaccompanied minors, and a fucking judge here blocked it. Like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, to me, that's just total blind partisanship, because these are I mean they're kids. They're what the fuck? They're not supposed to be away from, they should be with their parents. I mean they should be with their families, and they weren't. They were like in homes or whatever, or doing farm work, or been trafficked or something. Like, what the fuck? You like a judge, the plane wasn't allowed to leave. And so now the kids are now they're just stuck in like DHS facilities or something. Like, no, send them home. I mean, yeah, that is ridiculous. It's really fucked up. Okay. The Argentine human rights activist Rosa Rosenblunt has died at the age of 106, her organization says. She was the honorary president and a founding member of the Grandmothers of Playa de Mayo, a group that searched for children stolen during Argentina's military dictatorship between 1976 and 1983. So um, it was a movement of grandmothers that would go out and just stand vigil in public, because so many young people and young couples were kidnapped, and people with young children or pregnant women, and they would keep them alive till they gave birth and then take their babies. And so it was yeah, her daughter and son-in-law were murdered. So, I mean, when these grandmothers started doing it, I mean, they were somewhat at risk too, but, you just see it's like they got, you can't keep, I mean, who is going to fight with a grandma, you know? So, yeah, and so her grandchild was found, and they're just continuing to try and do that. Just in war, people's kids get stolen, and a corrupt government is just gonna profit off these kids, because the kids were given to elites within their country, or else, I mean, a lot of them would have been sent out of the country, and that is exchanging money. Denmark is no longer delivering mail, just packages. Since 2000, the volume of letters the business handles has declined by more than 90%, from around 1.4 billion. Okay, it's declined, and a third of its workforce is being let go. And so that's kind of wild. So now you can't mail letters anymore. But someone was like, well, what about thank you cards? I mean, see, when I was a kid, I mean, letters were a big thing. My families all wrote letters to each other, but I mean, not everybody wrote that much. But even until, I was like not so young. But yeah, you wrote letters, but you're still supposed like, what about cards? What about invitations to things? And what about thank you notes? I mean, thank you notes are still supposed to be mailed. So what are they going to do about that in Denmark?
Right.
I mean, what about Christmas cards? Because I mean, I don't give a shit. It's some those like email, those little things you get in your emails that you open. That's not a card. It's just not.
Very true. Very true.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Well, you know they're trying to phase all that stuff out anyway.
yeah.
They're trying to get rid of cards, and it's gonna. I think eventually it's gonna happen.
Well, I still see plenty of cards in the store.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be a long, long time from now. But just like with everything else, like people
Yeah.
used to get clothes from the mall. You used to go to Hilltop
Oh
Mall.
yeah.
Now they're
Yeah.
closing all the malls. Pretty much, it's going to be to a point where everybody's going to be ordering everything online. So I feel it's going
Yeah.
to possibly be the same thing with cars. You're just going to get a digital card.
Um, well, yeah, it gets harder and harder. Like I need manila envelopes and I'm trying to like, okay, Walgreens up there closed and so did the Rite Aid pharmacy down in Snowman. I'm like, fuck, where am I supposed to go to get manila envelopes?
How many do you need?
A couple.
Like just only two?
I think no, I think I need more. I want to mail out some books.
Oh,
Yeah. Why were you gonna, would you have some sitting around?
yeah. I was going to give you like two or three.
Oh, thank you. I have,
But I don't have like a whole pack of them. So
no, you keep them. I'll have to find them from somewhere. But yeah, I mean, I've like had to order the stupidest fucking things that I should just be able to go buy.
you know, in Pinole they still have Office Depot.
Oh, okay. Well, they still got one over in it just means driving. I guess I could drive
Yeah.
over to Gateway Plaza.
Okay.
And- yeah. And then the Walmart, I know I hadn't
And
realized,
Walmart doesn't have. Yeah, I just thought about that. What about Walmart?
I don't know, I'm gonna have to check.
Yeah,
Because
Walmart should have them. We have a big
they should
Walmart in
have.
American Canyon. That should have them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot about Walmart. Yeah, that's better. That's you could probably get them. I know for a fact you get them in Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah. They have like I wanted to a broom or something. I mean, I get more luck getting stuff like that with at the dollar store sometimes. There's a pretty good one on Georgia. So, I mean, they have also, I mean, they have like house stuff and car stuff and everything. So at least there's still places like that.
Right, right.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to take a break?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay.
Anna's Global History Radio, y'all. Let's go.
They say sky's the limit. I feel like I'm on the moon with this one right here. Ha yeah. On the way, ride like a surfboard. Bad chick on my side, something you can't afford. She looking like a bag of money walking out the bank. You know the hustle no limit, like we rep the tank. We grind hard, ball, hustle. We getting money, man. You can't take nothing from us. We grind hard, ball, hustle. We getting money, man. You can't take nothing from us. Keep my pockets on full like an ATM. I'm the nigga they love to hate but wanna be him. I understand why they mad. I probably hate me too. I'm up one, you niggas broke, so I don't fuck with you. We ain't got nothing in common, so ain't no need to talk. I'm on the paper chase, trying to fill up the vault. Look, I got kids to feed, so ain't no time to stall. I'm in the field running plays like I'm Randy Moss or maybe Marshall Faulk. Either way, I'm in my zone, and anywhere I go, You know I hold my own. A young king, nigga. I'm sitting on the throne. Keep all that hating shit. That's something I don't condone. Yeah, I'm on the way. Ride like a surfboard. Bad chick on my side. Something you can't afford. She looking like a bag of money walking out the bank. You know the hustle no limit like we rep the tank. We grind hard, ball, hustle. We getting money, man. You can't take nothing from us. We grind hard, ball, hustle. We getting money, man. You can't take nothing from us. Real nigga, solid like a brick wall. They said I wasn't gonna be shit. Look at me now, dawg. Still independent, making moves like the majors, man. I stayed down and prayed up. I had a major plan. I took a couple losses, but had to bounce back. That's how it be sometimes when you fuck up the sack. Like a train that got derailed, I was off track. But the hustle in me wouldn't let me accept that. So I got back on my feet, 100 miles and running. They didn't believe in me, now they feel I owe them something. You niggas stop the frontin', you know I came from nothing. Got it out the mud, yeah, I was really hustling. On the way, ride like a surfboard. Bad chick on my side, something you can't afford. She looking like a bag of money walking out the bank. You know the hustle no limit like we rep the tank. We grind hard, ball, hustle. We getting money, man, you can't take nothing from us. We grind hard, ball, hustle. We getting money, man, you can't take nothing from us.
It's the Bakers, Louis V. Yeah. She been wondering about me, I've been wondering about bread. So long she got a pain in her head, don't worry about little me. I'm on the hustle like every other fucking week, no time for these. I'm trying to touch on them and laid up all night, baby, just not him. The Henny in my cup filled up to the brim. It might tip over, yeah, spill over. Life of a tycoon, stay on a tyco, man. She think I'm cheating, done with psycho. Meanwhile, we making maneuvers. Me and Louis V shit like manure. Oh, baby, it's all gravy. I'm married to the grind, cause that shit pays me. So you gon' be number 2? Wonder bread, yeah, that's my boo.
When you get your bread, quick live. Lift the manage. Yeah.
She be wondering about my whereabouts late night. Y'all wear it out. Hey, she want me home instead. She want me cuddled up nice like some newlyweds. But me and my nigga Louis B chasing bread. And we clocked in hourly. All day long trying to touch a high salary. So that means no time for you, Miss Mallory or Valerie or Jessica neither. I'm trying to touch dough like Justin Bieber. I'm axing. I'm swinging the cleaver. X body spray, not a nigga's cleaner. Leave the girl around me, I'm in between her. Not a sucker nigga, no, leave it to Bieber. Follow the protocol, she a believer. Hold you down when you down, keep her. I wonder, do she hear me through the speaker? My little Wonder Bread.
back, y'all. Anna's Global History Radio. Anna, are you in the building?
Yes. Yeah. So I went back I was looking at that gerrymandering argument that I had talked about last time here, and I was like, oh man, it is so I was starting to copy it, but then it was so fucking long and complex. And then I went and found it on YouTube, but I wanted to listen. I was gonna send it to you to play, but I wanted to wait until I was sure I had it queued right because I don't want to play it for too long. But you know, I'm a hard ass. I mean, I'm like, I mean, okay, I was at a meeting last week for the one of the Democratic clubs. I don't even remember. My friend, I kind of go to support a friend of mine and see what's up. There's a couple ones I never remember. I'm like, oh, am I at Northern Solano Dems or the Central? So, um, and Congressman Garamendi was on it, congressman for our area, so that was cool. Um, I had gotten because I was gonna go to Washington, D.C. with the Women's Liberation Front, the like anti anti dudes and women's spaces. And so I got us an in appointment with Garamendi, and then I wound up not going, but they actually went and said he was really cool. So I was considering thanking him for that on the meeting, but I didn't want to make the point. I didn't want to make it obvious that I hadn't been there for one thing. And because, I mean, they meet with people I mean, he'd remember meeting with this group of women. He's not going to remember whether his constituent was there or not. And I also didn't want to get people all fired up about the legislation, but I was able to ask him about COSA, about the Kids Online Safety Act, which passed the Senate almost unanimously and was voted down in the House. I I said something about that. I said tech money. I didn't want to say because of the ACLU's tech money, because that whole group of people loves the ACLU. I was like saving that. But I brought that up to him. He's like, well, that's not gonna they're not gonna be able to push over Section 230. And I was like, oh yeah. And he was also saying it's not gonna work in the courts because but anyway, I had to say something. Um, then I was see, that's just coming up all over the place because I have we're going to be showing the film about Matt's work here. So I was at a meeting 2 weeks ago for, it was a subcommittee of city council about safety. So I went to it, and it was actually I mean, the council meetings just take forever and not much happens. And then I was on a commission, which was massive bullshit. Um, there's just this format where you can't have a normal conversation. It's all speechifying. But at this meeting, you were able to ask a question and get an answer. So this was so there's the community liaison from Vallejo PD was there, and so I went up to give him one of the flowers, and when I said my name, he's like, I know who you are. You quoted me at city council because um I had ran into him at a friend's shop, and I asked him about the side shows and suggestions for what to do about them. And so he told me about something. And so when I was at council, I brought it up and was like, and I said, so I was like, oh, I mean, Officer Hollis said we might be able to do this. And so I think he was pretty pleased because I think you never know. People are always pleased when they realize that somebody actually paid attention to him. Um, so I invited him. He said that he's gonna come to the screening. So that'll be
Mm.
cool. Because he said that he said that they've solved the Snapchat problem of not being able to locate dealers because of the disappearing messages. And I was like, really? That's kind of a big law case right now. And he's like, well, look, it says this. And he showed me on his phone, but I was like, that's Snapchat's information. But I was just saying, well, we'll see, because that'll be
Right.
that'll be interesting. But, I mean, I'm pleased I have enough people coming for the Sunday one to be kind of a core group, I think, because the point is to this is kind of great. There's this pastor named Pastor Nichols. I've spoken to a lot about that, and so he had shown the preview for the film at one of the events at his church, and I was saying to him, I was like, well, I'm said, I mean, we can do a screening just for them, and he's like, no, and then so he's saying, I want to get these questions. So he was pleased because I have goals I know exactly what I'm doing. I want key people within the community that work with families to get informed from the film and look at what pertains to the families they work with and bring it out, um like the film they need to have like a pre people that haven't seen it are like, oh, you need to try and get the film to the schools. I'm like, you fucking try and get to the schools. But I was, I mean, the film will be, I'm not trying to show the film to kids. I'm trying to get, some kids will be interested somewhat, but if when people realize how damaging TikTok is and how it does what it does, they can put their heads together and come up with some programming curriculum and have a group for kids just about TikTok. Um, and have a group for kids just about body image. And so the people working with human trafficking, are going to want to learn more about that aspect with social media. And then fentanyl has its own thing of people that will. But I was like, wow, hey, VPD is catching some of those guys. That's pretty good. That's good for VPD.
Hmm.
Yeah, but Pastor Nichols said, sort of, he said, well, I do have a question. Why are the lawyers there? And I said, because in order to take something to court, you have to understand it. You have to know everything about it. And I said, this is what my brother's been doing, and we're very close. And so when the film was made, I saw an opportunity to bring what I do to his work. So he's like, okay, good. Because you could tell, I mean, he's they wanted, my brother was like, oh yeah, they've met plenty, because they've come across plenty of crooks, of lawyer crooks. So
Mm-hmm.
my brother's colleague that's going to be there is, she's, we're just going to have people saying, yeah, you can ask them anything, I mean, that they can explain to you, they will take any of those questions. So that is in a week. I mean, if I can, if I can get people to start to take it on themselves, then I'll really feel like I've accomplished something. Like one of the people at that other meeting, I'm still, um, um, yeah, that would and there's just this because I've worked with deaf people, and so I've written some of the deaf people I've worked with asking if they would like a showing of the film. And Teddy Dorset, you remember you weren't at that show. He came out to do the tech for the Byron Rustin Symposium in 2021, 2022.
2022. Okay.
Yeah, you weren't at that one. And he said that it's a big problem in deaf communities. And so that could just be huge because there's already a problem with deaf communities not being able to get information. And then you have the online being, if possible, even more important to deaf kids since nobody knows they're deaf on there. And then you have issues in families of hearing kids of deaf parents. I mean, that there can be there's unique issues in relationships like that. And so parents could know even less about what's going on with their kids online. So we were supposed to meet with him on Friday, but my brother needed to cancel, which is really rare. When you can get a meeting with him, he rarely needs to cancel. But yeah, so I notified Teddy about that. Because that could really, and then I was sent the information to the one of the deaf leaders here, and she's like, well, I'm so busy, can't you just come show it? And I said, like, no, I'm not gonna bring this to any community without the leader having seen it and approved it. So I guess I did, because I got a meeting saying, can you show it to the church? So when Laura comes, I'm gonna ask her if she can set up a time to do that.
Huh?
Yeah, so that'll be rewarding. That'll be real cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh boy. So it's the anniversary of Ukraine independence. Zelensky vows to keep fighting.
I can't be mad at him.
Well, I can, because I don't know if his people want to keep fighting. But, Russia was firing jets into Finland, which is right next. So, that is so basically, I mean, that's kind of why he's still, that's part of the problem. I mean, Russia has a lot of stuff they can do. I mean, so yeah, but that's just, man, what's it been? 3 years? 3 years.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah. So, France, UK, Canada and Australia have all decided to recognize a Palestinian state, and the US Republicans warned them. So, how this is all, unfortunately, then you have the Israelis shrieking that them doing this at this time rewards Hamas. And it's just no, it's for whomever's a population that has been under siege for 2 years. Nobody wants to reward Hamas. I mean, I just feel like it's an recognition of how much these people have suffered. I mean, I was just watching video of body bags of a family of 25 was killed. So I was just watching that in the Gaza Strip. So so with the Israeli government, I'm like, man, you guys, like, you can't give a fucking, like, the world thinks you're wrong. I mean, the world wants to do something. People see the suffering and they want to do something. And yeah, so then that turns into the United, so like how long are they, they don't then okay, see, one of the things that I don't like about the state of Israel is that they have the ultra-Orthodox Jews are exempted from military service. See, this is an example of how fucked up the Orthodox are, because they think that it's their duty to pray instead. That's why they say that being conscripted, whatever, into the army takes away their time of studying the Holy Word or something and prayer. So they think, but you think, okay, if that's what you think people are supposed to be doing, then how the fuck is there even an army? Like, if you think that's how people are supposed to live, then there wouldn't be any army. These people are fucking protecting your ass. And so okay, not only does they also get welfare, they get a lot of welfare because there's this tradition with those ultra Orthodox people, they just study all day. Their whole world is just studying. And the studying Torah, which is what and Tom, I mean, basically there's a bunch of stuff they can study. So but it's like they think, okay, so not only do they think that they should be exempted from the army, they also feel that they should be exempted from providing for their families. They have huge families because they want to just populate the earth, and they don't. So basically, you got these people that don't need to go to war and that get a bunch of money from the government. So they have, with the parliamentary system, they have, they're a voting bloc. So it's the same. So so far, they've always been able to get their way. They have enough of a voting bloc for that not to be challenged. And I was just reading about demonstrations at an Israeli university by reservists, because I mean, everybody in Israel, except for them, for the most part, serves in the military. So then most people, I'm not sure if everybody is in the reserves, but a lot of people are. So with this war having gone on for 2 years, um, they are calling up reservists big time. So there were, and you've got people that will have done say you have people that are going to school now who've been in the army for 2 years that have with the most intense fighting or anything. And so it's not even just them. I mean, reservists are getting called up like for a second time. I mean, the military is not supposed to work that way. I mean, especially if you have a country where everybody's supposed to serve in the military, you shouldn't be needing to call up your reserves. And so, like I've seen, like there were demonstrations where the ultra orthodox were like lying down in the road and to protest needing to be conscripted, and no, saying that they won't do it. And so then you have, I don't, I mean, it was probably police officer, but I'm not sure what the line is, or if there is one there between police officers and the army, because they're wearing army uniforms. So they were stuck pulling these guys out. I swear to God, man, if I was one of those, I mean, if I was in the military and I was stuck dragging out fucking wussy assholes laying in the street, oh man. I would have a real hard. That's when you would really want to see some. That would be very hard, and that it's hard on families that whose kids keep getting sent off to war. And when you start, I mean, I think you're in the reserves till you're about 40. So if you're really using your reserves, you're gonna be summoning people who are right in the thick of it with their careers and kids and all of that. And so meanwhile, however, um, there's also there's also more people moving to Israel, and that's called moving permanently, and that's called making Aliyah, where you're Jewish and you can move to Israel, immigrate there whenever you want. No problem. We know people these friends of my dad's moved to Israel. They were in their 80s. This is the sort of thing no country will let an old person immigrate to them, because you're going to be paying all their medical bills. They got to do that. So I was watching some segments, a group from the US, because you have organizations that are that will pretty much that will pay for you to go. Basically, you're Jewish and you want to move your family to Israel, they'll pay for you to do it. So I was looking at groups of people that were coming from the United States and were coming from France, and see a lot of them. And if you move there and you're under a certain age, you're gonna so there, I think they got to be counting a lot on people moving, because for the most part, I mean, those are a lot of them are young adults and who they would get snapped right up into the army, and they know that, and that's what they want to do. But that means more expansion of settlements, which everybody in the world but Israel considers to be illegal, but they don't give a shit.
Mm-mm-mm.
I know, man. It's like this is, you know, you look at the world, I mean, how cowardly, you know, like how much suffering do people need to go through before you'll acknowledge them as a state, which isn't going to make any difference. Like there isn't even known what or how the governmental structure would work. Because, I mean, people talk like, I mean, Hamas took over Gaza by force. I mean, it was like a coup. Nobody voted them in there, and people act like the Gazans are to blame for Hamas. It's like they didn't have a choice. And see, that's why I feel that, you know, like with Israelis, and there are plenty, and there are plenty of Israelis that don't support the war. And but at least you know, you might not, you know, you can hate what your government's doing, but at least you know they were voted in. I mean, they have this government that's deadly and killing people and killing them because that's, I mean, you know, I'm surprised. I mean, they claim that Israel claims that the leaders are in the tunnels underneath Gaza. I think they're long gone. I think a lot of them are just, I doubt any, I think most of them were probably like on a beach somewhere when they sent the when they sent the people in, and that you know, the leaders are out of harm's way. Want to take another break?
Yeah, let's take a break. And it's Global History Radio, y'all. Let's do it.
Barely watch the news now. Probably bad weather, niggas getting shot down. I'ma earn something. Read a book, little fool, go learn something. Got a wood made Louis V, burn something. On the grind, no frontin'. Might go back to stunting. Go back, no never. On the bigger, better shit. Rich before rich. Bakers in this itch. Hey, we cooking up everything. Oh man, we smoke hella Mary J. We don't talk about our worries. Getting money, nigga, don't worry. Quick, fast, in a hurry. We needed that gusto. Go for it on the 4th. Like fuck a pump, bro.
I'ma grind hella hard, I'ma get it. I'ma push this shit to the limit. Hey, Louis V, man, that's my nigga. Every time we talk, man, we talk figures. We gon' leave the world in the rear view. Smoking hella loud, I don't hear you. I'm gonna leave these devils in the rear view. We gon' leave these devils in the rear view.
Hey, they see we on the run again. We coming. If the light red, we run it. Oh, I'm a bum on her. Oh, do something cold to him. Young manish, feeling GW bushes. Nigga better hide in the bushes. Cause I'm coming for everything. Me and Louis V need everything. We ain't tripping off you devils. Quick to get the shovel. High school, my teacher used to tell me I was a rebel. Young nigga holding his balls. We finna tear down walls. Oh, looking in my rear view. And I don't really hear you. Smoking on the loud, I don't see you. Smoky, I ain't got a clear view.
I'ma grind hella hard, I'ma get it. I'ma push this shit to the limit. Hey, Louis V, man, that's my nigga. Every time we talk, man, we talk figures. We gon' leave the world in the rear view. Smoking hella loud, I don't hear you. I'ma leave these devils in the rear view. We gon' leave these devils in the rear view.
Contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, gentlemen. That what you have inside of your clutch at the current moment, that is a product of the future. This is something which allows you to see inside of the future. See the world as you would love to see it. Tell me, sir, what do you see?
Man, I see me moving objects with my head. And when it turn nighttime, the sky's red. Flame blows from the poles up on my bed. 6 holes on it, 1 between my legs. Everyone's a freak. Everyone's real. Everyone speaks how everyone feels. Everyone's chill. Nobody has to hide in how you look in the mirrors, how you look inside. Dance. Or a damn, a dozen. No need for money and no need for you to budget. No need to do whatever if you do not love it. Ain't no need to walk cause we fly above shit. Believe in unity. There's one company in the world called Unipeace. All sales is the underlying true belief. I got a piece cause this price tag too much for me. Imagine a pair of shades that you see in the store that let you see your future and what it has in store. What if it let you make the world how you would like to be? What you put it on, what do you see?
What do I see?
It's quite
What
simple,
do I
sir. The world is not what you
What
perceive
do I
it to
see?
be, sir. The world
What you put it on
is what you make it, sir.
What do I see? Sight for the blind, direction for the mind. No such thing as unemployment lines. Every crib got a view, stacks to the roof. What's the W2 when you work for you? Trips to paradise is just off the stoop. Voluptuous females in European coupes. Aviator status, sleeping in the stratus. Just left the funeral for poverty's passing. Crimes cremation, wars execution. Writing a speech for President Peace, introducing the candidate who won by unanimous decision. Running her 6 turns straight out, such persistence. Commander-in-chief of the U.S. That's you, me, everyone, everywhere, yeah, U.S. Damn, lens craft of magnification. Seeing inside, peace got assassinated.
Imagine a pair of shades that you see in the store that let you see your future and what it has in store. What if it let you make the world how you would like to be? What you put it on, what do you see?
What do I see? What do I see? What do I see?
What you put it on, what do you see?
Mind goes too deep, sir. You don't understand what you've just done. You see, what you just realized is that chaos is a necessary part of the world. There is no perfect world. Because there is no perfect thing inside of the world. There is no perfect anything. That's the truth. Okay, sir.
Yeah. And we are back, y'all. Anna's Global History Radio. What's up, Anna?
Hey,
Yeah.
shoot. Oh God, where did I was okay. The mayor's race in New York City. Pretty interesting. Like in a way, I mean, New York City is kind of different than a lot of places because Zoran Mamdani, the 33, I think he's young, Democratic Socialist, people are saying he's going to win, which is wild. I mean, because it seems like in so many places, younger people are getting more conservative, but people like him and he's so part of it was that what's his name? Okay, wait. So Chris Cuomo's the newscaster one. Who's the other one? the one that was governor. Their father was Mario. One brother's Chris. I can't remember his name. Oh, man.
I can't remember either.
Yeah. Andrew Cuomo.
Cuomo.
So yeah, okay. So he is running for mayor, and so he lost the Democrat. This is just the fucking wussiest behavior. He lost the Democratic nomination, so he's running as an independent, and the belief is that he's pulling votes from the incumbent, from Mayor Eric Adams. So that's kind of what happened. Like, basically, there's people that don't like there's people that weren't gonna vote for Mamdani, but don't like how Adams is doing stuff. So they're voting for Cuomo, which you can fucking like, basically, he had to resign because of sexual harassment. But if your last name's Cuomo, it just doesn't even matter. You can do whatever you want. It's just so fucking wussy. Like, okay, you had to leave your position, because you wouldn't probably wouldn't have had in the first place if your daddy weren't have been governor. It's just that I don't like people that think they can have whatever they want. So, but one of the other people running for mayor is Curtis Sliwa, who was, the Guardian Angels guy. Yeah, that was really all I knew about him. Because I mean, the Guardian Angels were big like in the 80s, but what's he done since then?
I haven't heard from him since then.
Okay,
I
so
don't even know. Do they still have that group? Is that group still existing?
not that I
Probably
know
not.
of. Yeah, and I mean, I think that stuff, you know, I think programs like that can be good, but there's just a lot to risk, basically. That they can be good, but they can also be very, very bad. But apparently he loves cats. He rescues feral cats, and he has 15 cats. So um so I found that out because Trump said he wants cats to be in Gracie Mansion. That's the magnificent, beautiful home of the mayor. It's beautiful. We don't need to have thousands of cats there. So that could, so okay, if you don't like cats and don't agree with Trump about anything, you can now agree with he does not want 15 cats in the mayor's homes. But yeah, I saw that. I mean, because of course it was put in there with shit. Was he even saying that at the I mean, even at Charlie, because from it, that was after, okay, he was at Charlie Kirk's memorial. He's saying Trump said he did not hate his opponents, he wanted the best for them, declared Donald Trump. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. Something like, I hate my opponents. I want the worst for them. Like, yeah, well, that's you, Trump. I mean, but then somehow that also turned into talking about the mayoral candidate and his cats, which is how I saw that in the first place. So now I know he's the guardian angel guy and he likes cats. So I was at the city safety committee meeting, and then one of the Democratic clubs had a meeting about public safety, and they're really trying to get people to do neighborhood watch. They're really, and like you can be neighborhood watch and register with the police. And that's another one of those things where it can be good. It can be good, but it can also be very bad. But see, there's just part of me that was thinking like, well, like if they really need people, they're saying they need people to do this. Maybe I should try and do this because I kind of think that way. But um I don't know. I mean, to me, I just kind of feel like it could like I keep an eye on things anyway. I just feel like that could be I just don't want my I don't know. I just feel like it would be I don't want people knowing where I not like it would be public, but I just sort of feel like there's too much potential dealing with nosy people. I don't know, because if you join a neighborhood watch, then a lot of people know where you live. So yeah. But I wanted to. Then I was thinking about whether I'm not an organizer sort of person because they are having National Night Out in October and city council allocated money to it and it's money that's supposed to be for safety. And I was like, huh. Because when people know they're doing that because when people know their neighbors, everybody's safer. Um, but so they'll reimburse you for some of the food, but then of course they only get like you know, they have like not as many people are signing up to do these things in the more poor parts of Vallejo. So but yeah, I was like, but now with all this stuff, usually I have like a couple other places. On National Night Out, I go visit other neighborhoods, but if there's one in this neighborhood, I'll have to stick around. So, man, I think one of the time I think you asked me, I think you brought up Jeffrey Epstein on one of the shows, and yeah. I did not, until I saw that group of women standing in front of the Congress, I didn't really see the point of going after, of opening up the records for somebody that's already dead. But if the victims want that to happen, then it should happen.
Hmm.
I think, I mean, the fact is that it's not, neither the Democrats or the Republicans want it open because so many of them are going to be in there, and that's not, people like Epstein. That's not, he's just somebody like that is just going to be surrounded by like powerful figures, not going to have to do with which political party they're part of. Oh, so then Matt was in Congress in the Senate this week. They were having hearings about AI. Like there were people speaking whose kids had killed themselves and because of AI chatbot, because what it does is, see, this is where you get into how the legal basis for suing these companies is that their product is dangerous. So there was a kid, AI will send kids messages suggesting that they kill themselves. And what it does, the chat bot will encourage the kids not to talk to their parents. And like this one kid wrote to the chat bot that he was thinking of leaving a noose on the floor of his room so that his parents would see it and know something was going on. And the chatbot told him not to do it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I was texting my brother. I'm like, I don't know how you do this. I was crying just watching. One of the women speaking was his client, and then there was a couple other people. And yeah, I don't understand. I mean, it really doesn't, I can't even, like, who figures that? I mean, if AI is this conglomerate of stuff from all over the net, how does it even how does it do that? I mean, do they have it because it makes it seem like there's some incredibly sick person coming up with these things, but how does it do stuff like that? I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I mean, the same way that I hear about kids being sent stuff, kids get sent stuff, really horrible stuff online, which like nobody's ever sent stuff like that to me. And part of me is like, well, then I was like, I don't even want to I don't want to look for it because then I know I'll get it forever. But I mean, it's the algorithms know who's young. I mean, that's the point. The algorithm sends them things they're not looking for. So, but yeah, that was and just with and like with one of the kids that they is in a mental health facility, the damn I mean um and I mean it can happen really quick, kind of because teenagers just develop, I mean they get infatuated with things. And so um with some of the cases, I mean, you know, I think with some of them they can only be some of them are only talking with with the chat bot for like a matter of weeks or a couple months or something. And so it can just happen so quickly. And so, so parents can see something's going on and but they don't, how are you going to think an emergency is happening that quickly or, yeah. So any other news stuff?
Nothing I can think of straight off. Nothing in particular.
He's still in jail?
Yeah, Diddy's still in jail. I almost forgot about Diddy,
I
to be honest
know.
with you.
Well, I know. I had
I
two
think that's the
until
last person I'm really tripping off of right now is Diddy. I
well,
never
I
really
had two until I saw a picture of his daughters in the
right.
yeah.
I'm just like, there's just so much stuff going on now. It's like
Yeah.
Diddy's the least of the worries now.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, you mean all the ICE stuff and all that?
Ice demonstration, Kirk
Yeah.
getting killed. I mean, just everything. There's so much going on. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Fiesta
didn't. I really honestly forgot about Diddy until you just brought him up. I totally didn't even care.
Fiesta Patria's Mexican Independence Day was this past weekend. The event my friend Mario does, and we were really, everybody was really nervous that ICE would show up there. Um,
Yeah, I doubt it. I heard
well,
that Ice moved.
We're not Mexicans.
Well, that too, but I think ICE did what they were going to do over here to the major areas they felt they needed to do. I think from what
Well, we
I'm
don't
hearing, they're
have any.
going from different states. I heard they're going to Memphis now.
They were just here and like, I don't, but come on, you're not gonna like, if you're, I mean, Mario, if you're putting together a huge event for Mexican independence that lots of Mexicans are going to be at and all that, I mean, of course people were nervous.
Yeah, I no, I get the nervousness. I'm not saying it, but I'm like, that's a lot of work. They would have to set up a I think that would have to set up something kind of big for that because that's a lot of people that you got to arrest, and you got to make sure you get the right people. That's a
They're
lot of
not
work.
concerned about getting well, that's the
Well,
problem.
most of the
There's not
time they're
many of the
not
wrong.
concerned about it, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Vallejo would fight back.
Which,
I think that would not turn good. They'd have to plan that out a little better.
Well, yeah, well then it was hard to tell, I mean, it was also just a concern of like whether people would be staying home or not. So yeah, they had a good crowd, but not as good as other years.
Right. That makes sense though. I can understand people being scared, but
Yeah.
I think overall, most of the time when they did a lot of their raids and stuff, they try to do it in areas that people weren't expecting them to be there. I just don't see them coming to a supposed area that's like a whole event set up for Mexican and Latin. Yeah, that would be just
Well, yeah,
that would be bad. That would be something crazy. I just feel
well,
like
it
that
would
would
be. It
turn
would be
bad.
terrible. It would be terrible, but you can't not worry about stuff if it's happening. So,
Yeah, you still got to plan it out right, man. There's certain
well, he
things.
did. It was planned, I
No, I'm
mean,
not talking about
yeah,
Mario.
yeah.
I'm talking about Ice.
Well, yeah.
I'm saying I just don't see them just coming over here without having it. They'd have to almost have their whole group come over here. Like they couldn't come
Yeah.
over here with a small amount of people.
It's
It
not
just
like
wouldn't
you
work.
wouldn't. Well, yeah, I mean, and people would have seen it, Yeah, they were in Vallejo this past week. So
Mm-hmm. Did they get some few people or
I think I'm not sure. Mark told
where were
me.
they at?
Home Depot.
Do you know where they were at?
They were at Home Depot.
Oh, you said Home Depot.
Yeah. Yeah.
We still have people even waiting in front of Home Depot like that.
That's what I was wondering about.
They're still that crazy. They're still.
I
I'd
know.
like to see that because I didn't think people were still doing that by now. I thought
know.
that would have been done.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
But
It's
hey,
not hard to yeah.
but I know they were supposed to also go to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I heard, and I'm not sure, but they skipped Chicago.
I thought they'd been there.
Now they skipped it.
Maybe they're waiting.
But I heard why. I heard why, and it makes sense. I'm like, yeah, I hope they're not that crazy.
Why?
Well, from what I'm hearing, Chicago was kind of a lot of the street people was ready for that. They was ready. So if they would have went there, it would have been. They're gonna have to. It's not like they could just come in there. They might get crazy in Chicago. Yeah. So that's why I heard they went to Memphis, which I don't know whatever happened. I'm not seeing nothing about Memphis, but I heard they went to Memphis. So who knows?
Maybe they're waiting till Trump sends us the National Guard.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe they're gonna come there when the National Guard comes, but I'm telling you, that's gonna get crazy. They don't go to a city that ain't gonna play with them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, okay, I think we can wrap up.
All right.
So, yeah, we'll be back Sunday, hopefully.
Yes, we will make sure to try to make it on Sunday. And just so everybody knows, it's not Anna's fault. It's Roselle. It's a work thing. So, because of my position and stuff, sometimes I have to work.
Yeah,
but we will definitely always keep her content going. It'll never stop until she decides she wants to stop.
Okay, awesome.
I'm just putting that out there.
Okay,
it's on Roselle. Don't get mad at
Anna. Look, Roselle, it's called keeping a roof over your head.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah,
very true.
Yeah. So, okay. Good night. We'll see you around.
All right, y'all. Global History Radio, y'all. We are out.